As we celebrate the Feast of the Holy Family on the weekend following Christmas, we hear readings from a variety of sources, some from the Old Testament, such as this year with Samuel, who his parents, especially his mother, prayed for him for a long time. And for a long time, she was unable to have a child. And when she finally did, she dedicated him to service to the Lord. And he was given and raised, in the temple, really, and dedicated to him. That connects just well with our gospel reading today, where the parents of Jesus, Mary and Joseph, find him in the temple when they had already left Jerusalem after the feast. And it's just a fitting place for him to be. Because while Mary and Joseph didn't so much leave him in the temple from the time of his birth or after he was weaned, as Samuel was, they did in fact, dedicate him to the Lord. And it's just a rightful place for him to be, conversing not only with the elders, but with his father, in his house in that regard too. We hear as well in these readings, no matter what the year, really tips or, commands of how to live our own lives as mothers and fathers, as children in relationship with our parents. And this is always one of those feasts that on the one hand, we're so blessed to have the Holy Family to look up to and to be an example to us. And I think sometimes we leave the feast at that, and for many people it almost becomes a source of shame for them in the comparison between, or the contrast between, the Holy Family and your own experience of family, and that need not be. It's one of those things that they're not only held up to be an example for us, but they're also held up to be for us. Mother and father, son, parents, whatever it is, they're meant to be for us exactly what we were unable to experience in our own families. In our fallen reality, there's going to be gaps in what we experience, and God looks to provide them with a real relationship with Mary and Joseph, and even the child Jesus as well, and entering into prayer with them, asking them, how they would approach the situations that we find ourselves in our own life, and ultimately knowing that they provide us all the love and care and tenderness that we need throughout our lives, almost becoming a stepping stone of sorts between our life and life with the Father in heaven as well. So not only an example, but really a healing relationship for us as well. So let it not be for anyone a source of shame, but one of great healing and hope, of restoration of our own hearts in this life, and especially as we find our way into the life of the Trinity in heaven as well.